Hello everybody and welcome back to our Minecraft survival single player world. I am Malign Mysticality and throw my armor back on. I've gotten a little bit of stuff done between episodes, as you can probably see from my hotbar. We have a Sharpness 5, Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 Mending Axe, a Silk Touch Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 Mending pick, a Fortune 3, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3 Mending pick. We haven't gotten a shovel yet, because I haven't gotten a shovel merchant yet. Of course, I started at sundown. Hold on. I'm gonna pop into bed and pop back out again. It's too early. We shall watch the sun set upon our Minecraft lands. Actually, the sun drops pretty quickly in the sky there. Anyways, I got a few more villager houses in. I still need to fill some holes that I keep talking about filling and not actually doing the filling on. That's fine. I moved the iron farm. We'll go check that out in a second here, and I AFK'd at it for a while. I used our lovely librarian here to get enough name tags to silence all of these guys, so there will no longer be sounds as we run around this area. I've also marked out several more locations to put some of these houses in. I'm not going to do that in episode. I'm going to do that kind of between episodes, slowly start filling in and continue on around. But I'm also going to start doing some detailing between getting our paths built as we go here. I figure between these ones, I'll put a little, maybe like a little park area. Not that they'll be able to use it, but it'll look nice. And then the other thing that I did between episodes, like I said, I moved the iron farm and I gathered some wood. Oh, and I harvested some animals. I also added these leaf details, these leaf stripes, so there is stripped oak behind them, and then the leaves. For now, it's just lanterns down there. No, you don't have to look in the hole, just pretend it's not there. I'll fix it later when I get some better light sources. Probably copper bulbs at some point, but gotta get to, you know, the nether for that, which is part of what we're going to be doing today. Somewhere around here, there's a skeleton in a cave. I just heard him. Anyways, I'll continue doing some lighting up as we go, but for now, I think it does make the tunnel look a little nicer, and having it every other one rather than every one, I think looks good. I collected a little bit of wood, so I don't have to think about wood as I build a bunch of villager houses and other structures. I'm going to eventually get all of the junk out of this one and use this one for our remaining wood types, which are going to be our birch, mangrove, acacia, and then cherry once I find some cherry saplings. As for the iron farm, I ended up deciding to put it up at the top of the hill here. I'm going to make a better path up to it, probably again between episodes. But for now, it is this lovely hole in the ground with a half-slab roof. Small benefit to this is that sometimes spiders make their way in there, and this works as a accidental string farm during long AFK sessions. So this is our kind of excess stuff junk. This is iron I brought with me, so I didn't put it in the storage. String that we picked up from this farm, which is great, because it'll let me do a few things I've been wanting to do. And I AFK'd here for a little while. A couple days straight, to be honest. There is some spaghetti redstone back behind here. There's an item filter that filters out the iron, and then puts it into an auto crafter and puts out blocks into here. If at some point you guys want to see that, I can dig it out and show you, but it's really just a basic item filter and, you know, auto crafter setup down there. And then everything else that comes through, which I thought was just going to be flowers. Apparently sometimes we get other goodies when I AFK for a long time. Comes into here. Flowers get turned into bone meal, into that chest. I figured the flour output's a lot slower than the iron output, so I wouldn't worry about doing an auto crafter for bone blocks yet. But at some point in the future, we may come back and make a flour farm somewhere nearby, just to make a bone meal farm out of it and lead it into the same storage just for convenience. Or, more likely, this is just going to be a temporary early game farm anyways. Eventually, I plan to go find a witch hut and build a factory around a witch hut so that I can have redstone, I can use bamboo to auto-craft wood components, get a cobblestone farm there. I'm still undecided on if I'm going to use TNT duping in this world or not. If not, I can just make a TNT factory and that's fine. I've got plenty of desert to dig out. It's a single-player world. It's not like I've got any competition for the sand. But that's what I've kind of gotten done between episodes here. Just a lot of boring grinding work and AFK stuff. For this, oh, there's one other thing. Like I said, I added some extra villagers. I still have yet to get a protection trade. I have still yet to get a toolsmith who will sell me a shovel. But I did get a toolsmith who will sell me shields, so I don't have to worry about shields breaking anymore. And I got an armor smith, which means I can change into a set of diamond armor. The problem is I'm stuck with what enchantments it currently has, because I'm still waiting to get a protection villager. So, weighing the pros and cons, I'm not sure. I may unenchant or disenchant all of this, grab some mending books, which I think I'm out of. I'll have to buy some more. And just do some enchanting table enchants on it and see if it's better, but for now, I think that we're in decent shape with our iron, at least. Decent enough shape for the first thing we're going to do today, which is get our nether portal out of that cave there, and we're going to move it somewhere else. And the biggest reason for that is that the nether portal location we have there is really bad. It's on kind of a weird floating island. It's hard to get anywhere else in the nether from it. So, I'm just going to move it. So we're going to see just comparatively how much time it takes between what it took last time and what it takes this time, but this is going to be a lot faster. Honestly, just breaking these now is going to be faster than the entire time lapse last time, I think. Because that's how it works. So, I'm going to grab these. We're going to go find a good spot in the caves. Because today, I would like very much if we could find... I want to fill the corners in. At least the top two corners. I'd like it very much if we could find a nether fortress so that we can get blaze rods, so that we can kind of start making progress towards potion crafting and towards finding the stronghold and getting to the end, fighting the Ender Dragon, you know, that stuff. We haven't made a lot of progress in regular Minecraft game functions for a while, so seems like a good idea to get some of that done. And if we put our portal way down here at the bottom of the world, another benefit to that is that we may end up getting a very low nether spawn and be able to find ancient debris pretty easily. So, I'm not going to bring everything we've got on us into the nether. Most of it I am going to leave in a chest by the portal. I think we're going to just set it up down in here, because this is kind of reasonable space to work in. Do that. I forgot to bring a flint and steel with me. Okay, and then... I think I have some gravel nearby. Do I have any iron on me? I do. In my chest down here, I think I've got gravel. All I need is one piece, really. You know, just enough. 10 will work. 10's great. There it is. No. Oops. There we go. Craft our flint and steel. And then I'm going to craft an extra chest. Put up here by the portal. And we're going to see what kind of nether spawn we have. This is really more a exploratory episode than a building episode, because we've made so much building progress. We really need to step back and start looking for some materials and things we don't have. I don't need all of this wood on me. We'll take maybe 16. Perfect. Don't need all of this food on me. Don't need shears at all right now. Or my extra axe. Probably use more torches, but that's fine. We've got lanterns. I do want some stone. I'll probably grab a stack of deep slate out of the chest I've got downstairs there. That where it belongs. Clean out my bundle. Buckets, leads, yes. Everything else here, no. Scaffolding can go in there too. Perfect. I think it's nice having a tools bundle, you know? Handful of tools that are stackable, stuff like scaffolding, buckets, that I'm not going to use every day, but I use them often enough. It's better to have them on hand than to have to go searching for them when I need them. I just have to remember to keep it cleaned out, because occasionally when my inventory's full, as it always seems to be, I end up gathering more. So, we can actually put this flint and steel away. I want some blocks before we come through here. Give it a minute. That put us in the exact same place. That is not what we wanted. In fairness, I think we did build this just about directly below the old one, so it makes sense it would do that, but it's mildly inconvenient. Now I have to find somewhere new to build this. Eventually, I think it would be really smart to put a nether portal. I'm going to need my flint and steel. High enough in the world that we can just have our portal appear on the nether roof, but that's really for like a nether hub situation, which we're going to do eventually. But since I only really have the one base at the moment, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to start a nether hub and have a bunch of different locations to go to when I'm not really doing much of anything outside of here. I go to the desert occasionally to gather sand, but I gathered so much last time around that I have no need to do that for quite a while. We're going to come way down here to the end. Hopefully pretty far from anything and everything else. And ideally far enough away from our old portal. Oh, wow. Hey, guys, we found diamonds. One, two, three. That's the roof level. Perfect. We'll grab those on the way back. No good reason to take a bunch of diamonds into the Nether with you. Oh, that's awful. Okay. As far as really bad Nether spawns go, I've had worse. But not by much. Let's make sure a ghast doesn't absolutely ruin our day. Oops. That's fine. Sealed in. Good enough for me. Okay. So I can bridge over to there, or we can try to dig up. I feel like bridging over is going to be the better choice here, but definitely want to make sure that we seal off. And then come out in a different place. I didn't end up bringing any wood with me. Hold on. Back we go. But we have a safe spot to land on the other side. We can go grab a bit of wood. Not sure I want to use a wood door, but I want to have a door. I don't want to use an iron door. I mean, I could. Probably have enough iron on me to make a door. Back in the chest. Let's see. Do I have... bring a little bit of building material with us. Oh, hey. Nifty. I forgot to put that there. I'm deciding whether I'd rather have an infinity bow or a mending bow. To be honest, bows aren't that expensive to craft, so I will probably just end up going with a, infinity bow. I don't know why I just did that. Also, I don't know why I have caps on. Yeah. Polished. Nope. Oh, that's blackstone, not deep. Oh, what am I doing? So you can do blackstone, stone, and wood. Okay. Let's go grab a single stone. I swear, guys, I'm usually far less prepared than this. Ha, ha, ha. No. Let's see. Yoink. There we go. We'll use... Oh, I need two. One for each side. What am I doing? Or, no, I can do a pressure plate on the other side, actually, too. So... Pressure plate on the inside. Stone button on the outside. Blocks in the offhand. Grab some wood from the chest. And then we'll be ready to go back to the Nether. Woof. Also, maybe take this extra crafting table with us. Couldn't hurt to have it. Could have sworn I separated out 16 wood. Whatever. Doesn't really matter what kind of wood at this point. So. Grab one from the trees that are the easiest to cut down, which is jungle, black, dark oak, pale oak, spruce. That's the other one I was trying to think of. All right. One more time. Once more with feeling. We just want to have safe passage from where we're at to land on the other side. We got plenty of stone to shore up our landing zone, as it were, to make that happen. Probably better not to take my shield out of my hotbar, if I'm being completely honest. Okay. Pretty much head straight to the left. And the moment that I hear a ghast, I am ducking into cover. Perfect. Okay. Just switch and just go straight across now. I'm not too terribly worried about the equipment. Everything that I'm carrying can be easily replaced with some villager trades. Dying would be inconvenient. I'd rather avoid it, because it is a lot of trades and a lot of levels to get back, but I am far more concerned about the time it's going to take us to find anything here. I see some blue fire over there. I see a lot of soul sand, which isn't a great sign. But we're not going to let it get us down. We are going to persevere. Hope that that ghast is nowhere nearby. Really, really hope that ghast is nowhere nearby. Perfect. Want to have as wide and safe of a path as possible. Shouldn't have to worry about getting blown up by ghasts. The bigger concern is more just not falling into lava. There we go. We do have some regular... Oh man, I wish I had a bow right now. Okay. Where even are you? Hey. But now, basically, I'm just going to tunnel bore for a little while. And if I find anything terribly interesting, I'll bring you guys back in. Otherwise, you may just get a time lapse of me tunnel boring my way through the Nether. But hey. You're not supposed to be here. Anyways. I'll have to come through and light a bunch of stuff up as I go, but that's fine. Oh, I didn't bring any gold armor. That's a bit silly. Actually, wasn't that far. Why did I do that? Okay. More soul sand. This is good. Oh, good. Worry about the hoglins. And not me. Are you guys trying to be all aggro on me? You are. I don't have time for you. Yoink. Hmm. Let's see. Nothing interesting. Ah, hey. Stop that. Fight the hoglin. Yep. I died. Didn't really get a good chance to look around for another portal or for a fortress either. Okay. Rectify my mistake. Should have realized far before that point that I should have been wearing some gold armor. We're gonna hope that the mean old piggy didn't take all my stuff. We're gonna head back there. Let's see. Somebody took my pickaxe. When I find out who, thanks, man. Okay. That got me my shield back. But somebody still has my other pickaxe. Unless it fell into lava, of course, but I would much, much rather assume it didn't. It would have been a really long shot for it to fall that far. Or fly that far, I guess I should say. But that's okay. I can make another one. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I will be taking it out on these guys. Here's some classic Nether. I guess let's continue heading this direction. Gotcha. Ow. Okay. Ah, fortress. Perfect. What is the closest by land? I can get to that. Say right about here. Blazes. Okay. We'll come back to them. Beautiful. One of the biggest things that I wanted to grab here. Huh. A bit of strange generation, but I don't hear any argument from me. Saw at least one blaze rod down there. Don't need gunpowder. Do need blaze rods. Come on. There we go. Come here. Beauty. Okay, doing pretty good so far. Come on, Enderscaly. I could set up a sissy bar. That doesn't seem like fun. Ah. Hi, friend. No skull. Okay. Got a little reckless there. Take a second. Wasn't quite aimed right to block that one. Yeah. I'd like to leave with maybe 16 blaze rods. Of course, I'd like to leave alive, so, you know, that number's not set in stone. A lot of fire up there. Okay. Oh, hey. I see a friend. Okay. Okay. Shield broke. We're leaving. They're hard to see. A nearly broken... Nope. There we go. Okay, now we've just got to get our way back to where we came in, which would be a lot easier if I had made this make sense. Actually, I should take some coordinates. -100, -270. There we go. just to keep record of those for later. Okay. Cool. Somewhere right around there is the hole that I came in through. Perfect. And then later, we're going to want to build a portal straight to here if we can. But we found it. That was the big thing for right now. Now the big thing is getting back to where we entered the Nether and not letting this one piece of gold armor break, because otherwise it's going to be a lot more of a pain to do that. Last thing that I need is to fall into a hole and die. Which I suppose is something that you could always say is one of the last things that you need, but, you know. Seems especially prudent right now. Ooh. I've already lost. Aw, big old piggy afraid of a mushroom. There we go. Okay, where are we at roundabout? Okay, so we need to go a bit that way, I think. Though it could be wrong. Oh, yep, there's where we came in. Ain't that grand. Probably don't want to try and make that jump right now. Just something about it doesn't seem like a great idea. Okay, but we got coordinates, which is fabulous. All right, well, that was fantastic. We found exactly what we needed. Nether Fortress. I'd like to go back and hunt around for a bastion as well. I'll probably do that between episodes, but I plan to build a nether portal significantly closer to, if not directly in, that nether fortress. That was at negative 100, negative 270, so what would that come out to? like 35. Okay. So it'd be like negative. I'm gonna have to do some math. But that seems like it's relatively... Because, let's see, 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks on the surface, so we would be multiplying by 8, so it would be 800 is the easy one, but the other one, the 8, 16, 4 times 8, 8, 16, 32, so we have... Sorry, I'm proving that I'm really bad at mental math right now. So 1900 blocks-ish? So 800, negative 800, negative 1900? That's quite a ways away. Because we are just off 0, 0 here. We're at negative 150, 150 roundabout when you're at the house. Oh, negative 160, 130. But either way, close enough to negative 150, 150 that you'll see it by the time you're there. So that's quite a bit of a distance to travel over land. I may be better off setting up a stop there as part of a nether hub, which is something I'm going to start thinking about. I've got to figure out where I would want to put a nether portal that high in the world. Because at the very least to spawn in the portal, because if you're within the same chunk, you'll often get them to align even if you lower the portal. So that's fine. I can't do it too close to over there. I could do it just off on that little peninsula, maybe. I don't want to do it as with, where the quarry's at. The other option would be to do it back way over there on, like, the beach in that direction. Or I could build up one of the higher spots over here into a little island and do it that way. I don't know. There's a couple options. It's something that I'm going to play around with the idea of, but for now, we got into and out of the nether. We got some blaze rods. We got our first music disc, which is one that I actually haven't heard before, so I'll have to make up a jukebox and listen to that at some point soon. We did lose a diamond pickaxe. Fortunately, it should be pretty easy to replace. I'll do that between episodes, as well as expand the village out. You might get a time lapse of that at the beginning of the next one. But that is our first step of progress towards getting to the end. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's just get a little farm going right now. Two extras, of course. But, it's also soil, not sand. What am I doing? Hold out the wrong stuff, guys. Let's try that again. And I'll find a better place for this that's not in the middle of a field later. But for now, it'll do. And it'll get us nether wart growing, which means that we can start getting into potions. I've got some blaze rods, so we can get that all going, which will be another step towards reaching the end. And I can drop those to grab the torch. That's fine. Let's just put that... Ah. Wrong button. There we go. So, for now, we've made some good progress. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of work between episodes to repair my mistakes, given that I went ahead and lost a really good tool. But for now, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's always fun to get the Minecraft in. If you're interested in what we've done up to this point in the series, we've got a playlist on the channel. If you are wanting to keep up with videos as they continue to come out, you can subscribe. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.